Hey everyone, it's X here. We're kicking things off strong with getting caught up with everything I've done in the world so far. Today we started designing the center mandala floor for what I'm calling the heart of the cathedral. We brought in our signature yellow gradient for the petals, which is yellow terracotta, yellow concrete, yellow wool, and yellow glazed terracotta. Then we layered in a green gradient that symbolizes leaves using green terracotta, moss, and wool. But what really makes this thing come alive is the shading of the colors in the black gradient. In the black gradient, we used black concrete, black wool, black concrete powder, and black stone. And then we used frog lights to break up the borders between the blacks using frog lights, pale oak planks, diorite, and smooth stone to give it that nice subtle shading. Right behind that, we started the back portion of the mosaic floor. Each tile with a sunflower core that has more of our yellow, green, and black gradients we have. And we framed it with our warm wood gradient, which is terracotta, strip jungle, oak, birch, and birch planks, with these beautiful white diamonds in the center of them. Then we jumped over and started building our goblets of fire, lining the path to the storage system that we built up in last episode. These giant flames sit atop of deep slate pillars that are a mix of deep slate tiles, bricks, and cobbled deep slate. And for the flames, we used our red, orange, and yellow stained glass, hidden with magma, shroom lights, and yellow frog lights to give them that ethereal glow. Then we started working on the path itself. I wanted to break up the symmetry a bit, so we brought in a red gradient using nether wart blocks, red concrete, red wool, and red glazed terracotta, with one of our purple frog lights in the center of it. They form these bold blood diamond shapes, bordered in the same yellow gradient that we've used. It honestly looks like a royal carpet running all the way up to the storage room. We kept up the flow going with more of the mosaic tiles, this time with a white gradient star. And they really look like nether stars, but with a red center. And these are set in the floor right where the choir lofts will be. Now that I've gotten you all caught up, this is where we are now. I wanted to take a second and show you guys the first massive layer of black glass for a void ceiling that we'll be doing with end rods for some stars inside of it. It's honestly massive, and I want to show you guys my statistics of it. And I think we've placed over 18,000 if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we've placed 18,009 black glass. And a lot of black concrete is going to go into this as well. So, but we shall keep it going, and we'll see you guys in a second. So layer after layer of glass and concrete, I probably blacked out halfway through this, but somehow it honestly came together. The fog, the stars, this is exactly what you would expect from a delusional builder like myself. But now that we're done with the ceiling itself, I wanted to give you guys a little look at it. But look at this thing. It is huge. And there was so much glass that we had to place in this. And I'm pretty sure it's about 5 layers of black glass. We even tucked in a hidden scare beetle made of end rods in the ceiling. I'm going to give you guys a closer look so you guys can actually see it. But if you can kind of see that, you can kind of see a beetle in it, or maybe like a winged person, maybe also a titan, if you guys know what that is. We're going to start working on the organ here, but let me pop into FreeCam to kind of show you the storage system and where it's going to go. But it's going to cover all of the redstone. Oh, there's a zombie attacking me. Hold on. Because I don't know how to light any of my stuff up. I honestly should probably build a mob switch. So I have ADHD and had an idea of what I wanted to do for the right wall. So we're just going to go ahead and start doing that. But we built up these big, massive Gothic arches of diorite and pale oak with this deep black gradient in the back. Then we added these moon phases on each of the walls. So we have the waning gibbous, the full moon, and the waxing gibbous. And honestly, I think B-dubs would be proud of this one. And we also brought in these beautiful warm wood gradient support beams, which are going to host some goblets of fire and some banners to kind of just give it that little bit more flair and tie it all together in this build. And it kind of gives the purpose of the void ceiling. Now it's time for the fantasy organ. We built up the first half using polished blackstone, oxidized copper, cobbled deep slate, and a little bit of deep slate tiles to kind of give it a little bit of flair. Then we built up these beautiful copper pipes using just regular copper, and I feel like it gives that little bit of extra emphasis to it. And we also had to put a little X in the front of it. Then we also built up these beautiful, beautiful marble organ pipes with some oxidized copper on the top and some end rods to kind of give a little bit of light, because it's hard to fit in light throughout this whole build. All right, so we got this half done already. We just got to build the other half of the organ. And then I want to do some like archways in this space here to kind of give like a really nice backdrop to kind of tie everything together. But for right now, let's go ahead and get the next part of this put together. We also have all of the materials for all of this here. It's another shulker mess. As this storage room keeps on sorting everything, it's just going to take a minute because of all of the items. I don't even think, yeah, we still have so much left to go. Actually, no, it's not even that bad. We still have all of that, and then... Oh, no. No, no. Okay, so I guess we keep placing while stuff keeps sorting, and then I will see you guys in a little bit. So we finally finished both sides. It honestly looks so grand. I love the look we got for it, but I'm gonna pop into a little cheaty cam. But we did some really cool things with gradients. We used our black gradient with like black concrete, the black wool, and then the black concrete powder. We did some inlets of like my name, which is X. So we have little X's on both sides. We have our big organ copper pipes. We got the big taller ones. We got some really cool things going on. And then we had some more of the piping that goes into the wall that kind of just disappears. So we're not going to talk about it. And then we got these cool little crosses, and we got some nice shapes out of it using black stained glass. And so we got a little fantasy organ, and it's our storage room. And I think it honestly looks exceptional. I'm very happy with it. And I'm pretty sure all of this is still, still sorting. So we're going to be sitting here for a long time. So I guess we'll see see what we're going to be doing. But I think I want to go ahead and head up here, and we're going to start on, I kind of want to build these big archways, and kind of maybe do some form of stained glass in them. So let me go grab some diorite and everything, and we'll go try that. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start over here, and we're going to bring in a line of diorite for the bottom framing. Oh, let's not fall off so I can actually build this. But we're going to go ahead and bring this to the other side of that spot. That way we kind of have an idea of what we're working with. Like size-wise for this, because it's supposed to be a big piece, because it's essentially the back wall. This is the back of the cathedral. This is where pretty much all the magic happens in the world. And then let's go ahead and expand this out. And then I think, yeah, we're almost there. All right, cool. So now we're there. We're going to pop into Cheaty Cam real quick, and we're just going to check the size of it, because I want to put like a couple in. And that's just a marker to see how high I want to go with it for like the posts. Honestly, I don't mind that. That's not too terrible. I feel like it fits well because I want it to kind of frame the organ. All right, so I guess we'll continue with that. Then I think I'm going to give it a border because obviously we're working at a much bigger scale. So I think we're going to bring it up 3 blocks. I'm going to bring it up 3 blocks. And then I think I'm going to segment it by like maybe 5 arches. Have like 1 big one and 2 smaller ones on each side. Just to kind of give us some breakage in it. That way we can do like kind of a multiple amount of like stained glass pieces. And if you have any ideas on the stained glass pieces, go ahead and drop it in the comments. Because like, obviously I do a lot of building. Sometimes I don't know exactly what to do. So if you guys have any ideas for those pieces, I'm so down. And you'll understand what I mean as the build progresses. And we get closer towards it. Okay. So there's our 3 block. We're going to go Cheaty Cam. Honestly, I don't mind this. Yeah, this totally works out perfect. I think that'll fit really nice into that because it'll pop up here and on this side too. Yeah. Well, that's what we're going to do. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start up on one of these pillars and just kind of get an idea of the shape we want to go for. So I think I want to go to like maybe Y148 maybe. And then we'll go ahead and check that. Yeah, because that gives us enough room to make an actual arch for this. So I think that's what we're going to do. So let's go ahead and I'll kind of guide you guys through how I do my arches. Just so you have like an idea of what I'm doing. So sorry about that. So we're going to go ahead and start up with our arches. We're going to go 3 and then, oh, I can just keep falling. So we can just do it like that. So 3. Then I think we'll do 1 more 3. And then a 2. Another 2. And then we'll go 1, 1, 1. Maybe. Do we hit the center here? Or do we need to go one block over? So let's go one block over. I think right there will do. What do we think of that? I think it needs to be wider, but I kind of like that. So I guess let's go ahead and commence on the building and we'll just go with that. So we went ahead and got that one all done. I love the shape of it. And then I don't want to curve it too much like how we did this because I do want to do like the stained glass piece in this. I need to put in like a solid black backing for the time being because I don't know exactly what I'm doing for it. So I guess we'll see as time progresses. But I think I should go ahead and finish up the rest of them. I want to put 5 in total. So we're going to go ahead and get those 5 built up. I'll see you guys in a second. We're going to go ahead and jump to a time lapse. Sweet. Now we got all of the arches in. So now you can kind of see what I mean by I want to put some stained glass pieces in. My wife kind of wants me to put the Pope in the center. Not sure how I'm going to do that, but I must appease her. So we're going to do that. And then I have 4 more that I'm not entirely sure what to do with. But if you guys have any ideas, drop them in the comments. Then I did want to show these off because these will be, so these are technically the choir lofts. And each one of these will have an armor stand. Oh, I'm missing a frog light. Okay, actually, we're just gonna go ahead and grab a frog light real quick. So grab a frog light. But, so each one of these will be technically for the Hall of Fame of like Twitch subs and YouTube members once I unlock that feature. So if you haven't, I would appreciate you guys if you subscribed because that gives me one step closer to reaching that. So you guys can be a part of the choir lofts, and we have a good amount of spaces here. But each person will get an armor stand, and then you'll get different. Oh, we're missing another frog light. But we have eventually you'll have armor, from like leather, chain, iron, gold, diamond, and some of the people have claimed netherite over on Twitch with channel points. I'm still trying to figure out how I want to do it fully, but as of right now, that's the way to get netherite. So I'm gonna have to do a lot of netherite gathering. We got a lot of digging to do, but as you can kind of tell, I'm a little ADHD when it comes to building, especially this big, just to keep my mind in the process of everything, because we have all of this built up. We got all of the floor built up. We still have this floor section and that floor section to go. And then we decided that we're going to work on the storage room. And now we just did the Oregon. We have these walls, the choir lofts, these nice, beautiful arches that we used. We just used, I just used solid for it instead of doing like the black gradients that we've been using, like the black concrete, black wool, black concrete powder, and blackstone, just because it gives us that solid kind of illumination. And I tucked away some of the, what are these called? The pearlescent? Yeah, pearlescent frog lights. And we gives it that nice bit of illumination, kind of gives everything that rich vibe of what you would want the cathedral to be. And then I think we're going to start working on some of this back wall just to get it up to kind of enclose this, and then maybe get started on some of those. So I guess we'll start on that because I think we have most of the stuff. Because everybody's always wondering how I'm getting all the resources and all of that. I have farms all over the server. I have obviously my super smelter. We have a concrete duper that we use to get a bunch of the mass stuff. We also have a cobblestone farm, and I just use the super smelter for stone. And I also have some stuff I've been digging out down below. And we have moss farms and all of that. The only ones that you can't really farm per se is the terracottas, which is, there's a mesa. I don't know if we'll be able to see it you can kind of see it, but we have the mesa over there that I get a lot of my terracotta from. And then I had wood farms before. I had to tear them down because I need to figure out where stuff is going in here. So I stockpiled a bunch of wood. We got some of the stripped woods over here, but there's a lot of work that goes into this, and I'm trying to get better about all of the resource collection and showing the resource collection, because it's a lot. Because like for this, for example, I think we hit like 90,000 glass times used. Yeah, 90,000 glass, and almost 37,000 black concrete for just that, and that was a ton of work. But the build is getting pretty crazy, so I think we're gonna go ahead and start on one of these sections over here and here to get some of that at least enclosed, to kind of give us another rough idea of what is fully going on back here. So I'll see you guys in a moment. We finished that back wall that I was gonna we finished that back wall that I said I was gonna do. We didn't get all of it done because we're honestly missing a lot of the materials now. We got a huge portion done, but we're gonna have to go gather a lot more resources, and I'm just gonna have to go do some AFK work at like the moss farm and the sheep farm and stuff, because I'm out of everything. Can you guys say supercalifragilistic? Okay, you sleeper agent. I'm just slow. Well, this has been a thing for a very long time. Nice to break it up to say it. Kat, you're the type of person who needs a booster seat to sit in your car to drive. You'd be nice to her. Honey, you are literally almost borderline classified a small person. Dude, you know I would look good in heels. I don't know why you're just sitting there lying now. You've been driving on my setting? Yeah, with your chest into the steering wheel, honey. Can you see above the... You can't see above the hood.
It's supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
I'm banning you. He literally made me join VC and says supercalifragilistic whatever. So we went ahead and got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of cobbled deep slate, 4 of terracotta, and almost 1 of tough. I'm gonna need probably a lot more tough, but honestly, we'll worry about that later, because I wish tough was renewable. I wish that was like one of the only other ones that we had that was a renewable thing. So I think we're going to go ahead and build up these, or at least get them started. That way we can kind of encompass this back area. So now that we've finished the interior wall on the left side, it's the same Gothic arches, same moon phases, and the same fire goblets. But now that both sides are in, the whole space feels completely transformed. Like, let me just turn on shaders, but you have to, like, look at this. Oh, I'm on the wrong shader. Give me 1 second. But, like, look at this. All right, but that's enough building. We're going to go fly over to the Savannah village because we need to collect some villagers and make a villager breeder. So I'm hoping there's 2 over here, and there is. So I think we can put a lead on the boat, if I'm not mistaken, and we'll be able to fly with them. So let me break this bell. And then I can lead the boat. We'll drag them. Oh, I gotta break the path blocks. Give me 1 second. And I don't have my shovel, so we're just gonna use my hand. All right, so let's go ahead and break these out, and that way I think we can fly with them. I feel like I've seen it before, where you can fly with them. I'm honestly not entirely sure. Then put the lead on. We'll drag them over here. Oh, and I just fell. I have like no survival instincts. Move it. Come on. Let's go. You gotta go. All right, there we go. Now, I think I can fly with them. Okay, nice. Oh, I don't have them. All right, so let's go ahead and... Where's the lead? Is it in the water? No. Where is it? Oh, there it is. It's on the roof. All right, we're just going to fly up, grab it, and then... I guess we're just going to have to bring them. Oh, okay. So I don't think it works. I could be entirely mistaken. So let me grab the lead again, and then we'll just bring him over the hard way. So I will see you guys in a moment once we bring them at least a little closer. All right, so we're just going to go ahead and speed through this, but we're grabbing all of the materials for the villager breeder through this, between composters, beds, carrots, droppers, all of that stuff. We're just using a simple farm biological geek boy for it. As you can kind of see it in the schematic of it, as I'm trying to figure out what all I need to collect, and then we go ahead and just collect everything, and I will see you in a moment once we start building. Now that we're starting the villager breeder, we start with we go layer by layer with some of the schematics that we do use, and you can find it through, I think his name is Logical Geek Boy is the one who designed this one, if I'm not mistaken, so you guys can just go over there. It's a very good, efficient breeder. I think it does about 8 villagers per hour if you want to get very technical with it. Next, we started building up the little trading hall where each of our villagers are going to be employed at. We'll say employed. They're not going to be trapped there for eternity or anything, but we just used a bunch of blackstone for it, and so it makes it feel super structured, and it keeps all of our villagers safe. Now we got to drag them up all the way up to the floor of the cathedral. So this is probably not going to be the funnest of things to do. So I'm going to just try to use the composters to kind of lure them up, but I'm not entirely sure if it works or why they're not moving, because now they're just sitting there staring at each other, and I don't know what else to do. But I'll give it a second. We'll see what's going on. All right, now we finally got him to start moving up. He was locked onto one of the... Oh, hold on. He got locked into one of the composters I put up here originally. So now we just gotta, come on, go up, go up. There's a composter. Move it, move it. Sweet. Okay. Now we got the second one. We got the second one. Stop going over there. Come over here. I know you want to go inside. Oh, I'm gonna have to fix that. But hey, come back. No, where are you going? I need you to hold on. I'm gonna sleep real quick because I think he's going towards the bed. Yeah, the beds that are there. Okay, come on. Let's go. Break this. We're gonna go in here. Come on. There's a second composter. Yes, let's go. Come on. Come on. There we go. And we're gonna go ahead and block them off, and that's all good. So let me grab this composter real quick because we're gonna need it. But here we go. There's the villager breeder. I'm gonna go ahead and just throw them some carrots to kind of get them started. And so now it's literally just a waiting game of waiting for them. Then we can move them all over. Well, we finally got all of the villagers to get bred up. It was honestly a ton of AFK just to wait for them, but we got all of the enchants for tools, armor, bows, and I don't really use maces or anything, so I didn't really get those ones. And then we got clerics, we got armor smiths, toolsmiths. We also got a bunch of masons because I honestly use a lot of those blocks and I would like to have bricks in the future, and it's one of the easiest ways is to get them is through the masons. And that officially wraps up this episode. I'm pretty sure this is episode 3. I think we're 240 hours into this massive mega base, and somehow I'm still alive. Mostly we've built storage systems, the void ceiling, the fantasy Oregon, the villager trading halls, and I'm still not even close to being done, as you can see. But if you made it this far into the video, seriously, I thank you. I appreciate it. I've been pouring everything I've got into this world, and seeing all of you follow the journey of the world with me. But if you haven't, drop a like on the video. If you're not subbed, please do. I do appreciate it. But I'll see you in the next one where we got a whole lot more building and destroying land to go.